Oh, kick-ass women tribe. I'll go there.
That is the first thing the stream heard, so good job.
You didn't warn me.
I literally did a countdown to the camera. What else do you want from me?
I wasn't looking at the camera.
You guys need to watch your language.
That's not on me. That is not on me.
I'm sorry, guys. We have
Hey, everybody.
a new map, and I was looking over the new map. I'm sorry. Besides that, we are a clean stream. Okay?
Nope.
It was Matt's fault. I blame him.
I blame him too.
I don't. I blame.
We were not clear that we were starting.
I said 10 seconds, and then I did a countdown to the camera like I always do.
I heard 10 seconds. Okay.
That's not on me.
Anyways, now
No, I
you
blame
have a
Matt for
great
saying it
clip
first.
just for you.
Good gosh. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back to episode 36 of our Curse of Strahd playthrough. We are the group Trials of Imagination. This is our second campaign together. We're just a group of friends that get together once a week or so and play Dungeons and Dragons. Have a good time. Like I said, we are going through the module known as Curse of Strahd. If you are not familiar with it, it is a gothic horror style setting that is a lot of fun, is very well known. So if you've never tried it before, give it a shot. It's really good. There's a lot of really neat things in it. For those of you who are familiar with it, this version is heavily homebrewed, so there will be plenty of differences for people who are familiar with it, as well as plenty of nods to it for people who are still familiar with it or are not. So there's plenty of things for both of you, regardless of which camp you fall into in that. Let me turn the music down just a little bit while I talk. Okay. So that is what's going on. Throughout the episode, you will probably notice that we do not engage with chat vocally a whole lot. This is normal. We're not ignoring your comments. We try to engage with them as much as we can in the chat itself. It's because we have a limited time frame for the episode, so we try to stay focused and give the episode the attention that it deserves while we are going through that time slot. But we will try to engage with you in chat. And at the end of the stream, once we get to the post-chat session, the people who have to leave or leave and the people who can stay, we'll engage with you at that point and talk as much as you would like until we're all sleepy and ready to go to bed, which is usually pretty quick. We have several announcements to go through, so if you want to do ! Podcast in the chat, that will give you a link to the podcast we have. We do all these episodes in audio format. I don't think we have all of them up yet, but we're surely getting most of them.
Nope.
As we go.
My bad.
It's still
Sorry.
a pretty decent amount, so if you haven't called up, there's a pretty good amount to get you going. And if you don't have that, you could do ! YouTube, because they are all there. So
Yay.
if you can't get it on the podcast format, you can get it in the YouTube format. We also have a dedicated podcast specifically for Patreon people only. So, aka we have a Patreon, which is what was requested of us because we had a lot of people that wanted to donate without Twitch taking away a large portions of the donation. So that's where Patreon came from. And we have that. So you can do ! Patreon in the chat. It leads you to that, where we have some stuff we can give back to you guys as a thank you for all the ridiculous generosity that you constantly continue to show us, despite any sort of logic being there. But we thank you and we appreciate everything you do there. Like I said, there is a designated podcast that is for Patreon people only. It goes up once per month and it goes into specific detail about things that went on in each episode and some minor spoiler territory for those who are interested in that type of thing. Never anything major, just some little nods and stuff that gives them behind the scenes of what can be going on. And some of it's as simple as just talking about the creation of something or the thought process that led from A to B, or things like that. And that is where you can find that content. We also have a merch store. You can do ! Merch in the chat. We'll give you a link to that. A lot of the times throughout the campaign, we'll do giveaways. We've already done quite a few so far. We'll probably do one coming up soon. I think I have one in mind. I need to get a few more things prepped for it, but I think we have one that's going to be coming soon. So be looking probably by the time the next episode gets here. So episode 37, you'll probably hear some more details about when the next giveaway will be and what that's all about.
What is with the drums?
It's just the music. It's preparing you.
Apparently. It was quiet, and then there was drums.
It's been going. You probably just have it tucked really low.
Nope. There was nothing, and then there was drums.
I don't have an answer for that. It's been playing in my ears the entire time.
I wondered, because you were like, I'm going to turn the music down, and I'm like, what are you talking about? The music just stopped.
I've been listening to music this whole time, so I don't have an answer for that. Next week, barring we don't have something happen again, is supposed to be the one shot. We'll see.
I won't be here. No, I'm kidding.
We've had a few hiccups with like people having family stuff or people getting sick and just moving things around. But the current plan is for it to be next Tuesday. So we'll try as per usual to make sure everything is updated in Discord or wherever we can update you guys. But hopefully next Tuesday will be the one shot for Elbreth, which if you haven't been keeping up with the current campaign, is the Mist Beckons that is the player here. She plays Elbreth in this campaign. So it is going to go a little back in time to before Barovia and before the current party, into some of her backstory and things that went on that led, maybe not all led up to this point, but some things that just went on in her backstory that you may have not gotten to see very detailed otherwise. So looking forward to that. That will be DM'd by our good friend Mr. Stormer. So be on the lookout for that next week. Looking forward to that. We'll have a few of the players here. Me, SJ, and Richard will be playing the characters in Elbreth's backstory, and the focal point will be on Elbreth specifically. So looking forward to that. Next Tuesday, hoping that nothing happens to throw that off. But we'll make sure to update you guys if anything gets too crazy there. That I can think of. That is everything. SJ, did I miss anything, or does that sound like everything?
That sounds like everything.
Okay. That's all I can think of. So I think we've said enough. I think I am personally ready to hop into episode 36 of our Curse of Strahd campaign. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And here we are. I gotta get Millard's token off of his face. But
yeah,
huzzah! There's Mr. Millard. I can see him now.
There he is.
Good. Okay. We are back. Wanted to do something a little different this time around. This should be interesting and could fall flat on its face, but this is actually something that we've been doing in another campaign that I thought was a neat idea. So at least going to give it a try. So, and I'll open it up for volunteers. I don't put anyone on the spot, but for the potential earning of a free DM inspiration, who would like to give a recap of what happened in the last episode?
Well, I died, but
Uh-huh.
No, he didn't. All right, do you want me to do it?
If you want to.
All right.
You already volunteered.
Well, yeah, but all right. Millard, who did not die. Jay was actually not here last week, so Millard was just kind of held quiet, which was probably good because we all met the Baron and we all know how Millard feels about anyone in the hierarchy of society. Upon meeting the Baron, Ayla went from a sassy Russian accent elf to the most prim, proper brown noser you have ever met. With all the yes, my lords, of course, my lords, may it never be my lord, and so forth. However, no matter how much she tried to appease his ego, he still accused the party of killing all the guards. And so they were taken back to the Baron's home, which was indeed a mansion, which was much bigger than the mansion that Ismark called a mansion. It was actually a mansion. Upon arrival, he continues to say that it can't be a coincidence that our party had arrived in Valaki and all the guards being killed. So he was very merciful, our Lord Baron. Was very merciful and gave us the chance to acquit. Is that the right word? Anyways,
In much in this context.
right, to show that we did not do it. To which we tried and we said, oh, well, the guards at the front gate would know. And then he goes and looks out the window, to which Ayla realizes one of them guards, the one who ran away, was hanging because he ran away from his post. So serves him right for running from his post. But also upon reaching the Baron reaching the window, Nadar decided it was the best idea to try and push the Baron out the window. However, thankfully, he was stopped first, being slowed down by Ayla, and then Elbreth calling out to him and saying, hey, look, there's alcohol back here, to which he was like, woot, and he went to go find the alcohol, which he found none. However, this incident was not missed by the Baron, to which we saw his power and of being able to swiftly move from one spot to another in a mist-like effect. And almost looking like he was about to kill Nadar. He did not. Oh well, maybe next time. So Ayla was able to bring about some more conversation to get the Baron to more or less believe her. So in good faith, the Baron has sent our group of adventurers to go and find a wagon full of wine, which has not arrived, for a celebration, a festival that is going to be taking place. And it should have arrived by now, and he's decided to move up the festival to like the day after tomorrow. So he's like, we need the wines. And so we need to go get the wines. Also in that, Luthrian was mentioned that he could verify that we did not kill all the guards. So he was sent for and he arrived and he vouched for everybody. And then we all left the Baron's wonderful mansion, and our travelers decided to follow Luthrian because he didn't really talk to them very much, and Ayla wanted to get some information. So they followed him, and upon entering a side street, narrow side street, Luthrian quickly turns around, faces the party, and then punches Millard in the face because Luthrian has figured out what Millard has actually done. And he's angry that he had to vouch for him along with the rest of the party, even though he knows the rest of the party wasn't involved with the initial murder of a guard. We got the information. a little girl came and scolded Luthien for hitting Mr. Millard because she loves Mr. Millard. Don't know why. And then she asked Ayla for a bow because she wouldn't leave without something. So Ayla was able to find a bow, and I still swear if that bow comes to the forefront for any reason other than to say that the little girl's alive, I will come down to Mississippi and punch you in the face. And after that, the party started walking toward the west gate. West gate?
Mm-hmm.
West gate to go and find the wine for the festival. The end.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'll give you a DM inspiration for that.
Yay!
So the
DM inspiration.
only two things I would add, if any, just to catch anyone up who did miss last week. So, what was the significance of Luthien vouching for you guys?
Yes.
Well, basically, if any of us shows that we are not trustworthy to the Baron, then Luthien will be killed along with the rest of us.
Yep, Luthien pays the price first, as is like Vallaki custom for vouching. So that was a big deal. And then passing Ismark and Irina on the way out.
Oh yeah, we saw Ismark and Irina, and people, as always, seem to be flocking toward them and thanking Ismark for his gracious and kind words and reassuring words through what had happened the previous night. Ayla went and talked to Irina to tell her what happened and what was going on and to say farewell. And she said that they probably would not see us in that town when we returned because they needed to get back to their own home. So they gave farewells, but Irina assured her that they would most likely see each other again.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Pretty good recap.
Thank you.
Pretty much
I give
covered.
you a clap and a half.
Pretty much covered most of. I covered most of everything I would think. And then
yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I realized I already said that Ayla dropped her accent and her sassiness and was, again, the most prim and proper brown noser ever.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And
that's the vibe.
Jay, you can have free roam on when you'd like Millard to regain consciousness, because I didn't really have a plan for that. I wanted you to just kind of do what you want there. So it can be literally any point from when he got knocked out. He could come back immediately and have witnessed everything Ayla just said, or if you want to wait till later, it's whatever you'd like to do.
I will pick an appropriate time.
Fair enough.
I was about to say, someone's carrying him at this moment.
Probably Nadar, because he is the strongest.
No, Nadar wasn't carrying him.
I believe it was Richard or Zyle who's doing it.
Yeah, I think Zyle. Okay.
Although Nadar was an option because he does have a high strength.
With Mr. Millard in tow, I suppose, for now, the party does indeed begin to make their way to the west end of Vallaki, walking a surprising good amount of way because, like we've said, the city is not small. It's pretty large, and up until this point, you guys have only really been on the east quadrant of it, barely getting into the central section, so you have to cover the exact amount of ground to get to the other side. And it doesn't take a crazy amount of time to get all the way over there. Maybe we'll say somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour in that type of time slot to get to the west gate. And per the Baron's instructions, the guards are aware that you are coming, so the second that you guys even get close, the gates open without any form of resistance or questioning or hesitation. They don't even really pay much mind to you. And it's still midday right now, so it's very, very early in the day, or getting close to the point where morning meets afternoon. And you guys are allowed to leave, and you see a clear road that is leading up. That it's pretty open up until you can see a forest line in the distance, probably about a couple 100 yards off. That once the forest line gets there, there's a road that goes through it, but a lot of forest around it. And that is your path.
No.
And you guys begin traversing this way, and it's a long path. So this is where we pick up this episode, as you guys have a moment to talk amongst yourselves as you travel towards figuring out what happened with this wagon on this alleged trip to a vineyard. And I will note it has begun to rain.
Okay. Yeah. Why do you want to kill the Baron?
Who are you talking to?
I never said I wanted to kill the Baron. I just thought it would be funny.
Nadar, you had a dream last night. You said that you wanted to kill someone. Why do you want to kill the Baron?
The Baron is just because I can. I have another reason for the person you speak of.
What happened during your dream?
I'm gonna need some alcohol for this.
You're not getting any.
Well, then I'm not telling you. You destroyed my barrel. You owe me a barrel of alcohol.
It wasn't your barrel. It was Miller's.
I was drinking out of it. It's my barrel. You owe me a barrel of alcohol
Miller's barrel.
I won't. You get no information out of me until you get me a barrel of alcohol.
As soon as they are far enough away from the wall, Ayla goes to the side and starts throwing up.
Yep. Well, you guys are hundreds of yards away from the wall now, so it's I'd say it's safe.
Are you okay, Ayla?
It wasn't my fault, was it?
Zal's gonna come over and say, "Are you okay, my lord?"
So when she starts dry heaving. Why?
The dog goes and pats her back. It's okay. You can't handle your drink. It's okay.
I can handle my drink just fine.
Was that not this kind of vomit dry thing?
You are a drunkard. You should know what kind of vomit is a drunken vomit. And this is not it. And also, it's too early in the morning for me to drink.
Who said I remember any of the times that I've probably thrown up?
Zal, perception check.
Okay. See how we do it in this fancy new interface.
Or you can just roll and beyond.
You know, you could use a real die.
Yeah.
11.
Okay. You notice a dark bird land on a branch nearby you guys.
Does it act like a bird?
Like the birdiest bird you've ever seen. Like it's got a beak and it's got wings.
Bird.
And it even goes,
a nice
caw.
bird.
It's a nice bird.
That's a nice bird.
Did I hear the call?
It's a piplub.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
It grows a pink beard.
it's not. It's like it,
My passive perception is 12. If you get that on an 11,
from basic perception for anyone looked up, it would not look that much different from a crow.
Yeah, my passive 16, if that matters.
yeah.
Your passive is smart enough to understand it's a raven.
Is that a crow? I'm not the best.
You
with
didn't
flying
notice the
wolf.
bird.
My passive perception was higher than his actual perception roll.
They didn't notice the bird land. Is it like once the bird makes a noise, you guys can be aware that there's a bird nearby?
And that's what I'm going off of is the bird's caw.
Yep.
Is it taking
Let's-
note of us or
You said that.
Just kinda
and I
chilling.
picture him take out
Let's
a
get going.
notepad and pen.
Let's get
puts on
going.
his little spectacles?
Yeah, with that perception, it just you just took note that you see a bird.
Let's get going, guys.
Yeah.
I spit and take some water. And I'm at the back at this point now.
I'll be a little ahead of Ayla.
I'll walk beside her, and I'm gonna try and keep an eye on the bird.
I guess I'll go in the front. I don't know why. I mean, I just want to get going.
Nadar is very much willing to also dash to the
At
front.
least you acknowledge. It's like, this is a bad idea, but I'm going in the front.
Well, considering I said I was at the back, Millard is being carried by Zyle, who is right in front of me. And now Nadar is with me. That leaves Elbreth and Mark to be at the front.
Okay. So, Mark, roll a perception check.
Yay.
Even though, while you roll, even though it's getting heavier, like it's still daytime, but with you guys getting into a heavy forest area and the heavy rain that's going on, visibility is not great.
Well, that's a good roll.
Yep.
That is, it's a 19.
For real.
19. You notice quite a few things as you guys are going down the trail. First off, the trail has started to shift to where it's much less like a paved road or even like a man-made road of dirt, and it's just more of like starting to just turn into natural terrain that is getting more swamp-like progressively as you guys go this direction. So you can feel the ground getting a little softer, and it's just like a typical swamp would be. Not to the point where water's elevated or anything. It's just the ground's a little soggy. And with that high of a roll, you also take note that even as you guys are walking, you're noticing that there are several ravens that appear to be in the trees.
Okay.
But that's it.
I guess continue on.
Yep. You
Is
guys
the
put,
crow still following us? I've been watching like the crow as best in the dark can as the rain's coming down.
none of the crows have moved. These are just, as you continue on, you're noticing that there are multiple crows, or ravens specifically.
Yeah, Nadar doesn't know they're ravens.
Yep.
That's why I refer to them as crows.
Yeah. They haven't moved, though.
So the one that landed hasn't moved.
Nope. It stayed where it was. So you guys don't even see that one anymore because you'd be well past it at this point.
Yes. But
Is there-
as we like left that, did the crow's head move with us, or did it just kind of look a different way and just kind of look all over the place, kind of?
It would have followed you with his eyes.
Okay, so Nadar would be a little freaked out and probably has his hand on hand axe right now.
Yeah, like they are watching you. You can tell that. Not much unlike a bird kind of would sometimes. Depends if they're paying attention or not.
Nadar's
But
gonna pick up the pace and try and catch up with Mark.
okay.
At that point, after he walks ahead, I join Zyle and in Elvish say, well, that was embarrassing.
Thought it was pretty good fun myself.
You would.
It's best that you took the lead and not me.
It's best that I took the lead instead of any of you.
I wasn't going to say it out loud, but yeah.
But that many lords. Yeah.
Only there had been a way to capture that and play it back over and over again somehow.
I shake my head. No. We don't need to go through that again. No. We do have to go back, so I'm sure you will get the chance to see it again, sadly.
As Nadar catches up to Mark, he leans up, sort of like, "Get behind me, you! I'm gonna take the lead here." At this point, he's pulled out his great axe, just ready for anything.
All right.
Okay.
He also has a walking speed of 25 feet per turn, so he's probably also slowing the party down just a little bit.
Yep. And this
Unless you dash once in a while.
Oh, Nadar's not dashing. He's too busy watching.
is becoming more and more difficult to really even tell if there is a path at this point.
Nadar's more trying... At this point, Nadar's looking for threats
True.
and trying to just clock landmarks so he can help navigate back.
Can you describe the terrain?
It's forest on both sides, but best you can tell with limited visibility, it does seem to be opening up a little bit. So the trail is not quite as tucked as what it was. It's starting to open up, but the ground is very wet and soggy and kind of like a moss type of territory now as opposed to dirt. It's very swamp-like. And it's not helping that it's raining very hard.
No, but from whatever Nadar can just can mark as a landmark in his head, he's gonna mark that as a thing to help navigate back should they get lost.
True.
I'm definitely not trying to take advantage of my background with the wanderer ability.
Continuing the conversation in Elvish, I say, do you really think it's the best idea that Nadar is leading the party at this moment?
He's got to learn somehow, right?
As long as we keep an eye on it, I guess.
Still watching as best I can, yeah.
That conversation, sadly, reminded me way too much of my grandmother. And then I spit.
Does Zyle know anything about your grandmother?
No, you don't know anything about the family other than that I do have siblings and that my father passed.
Not good memories, I'm guessing.
No. She's the reason I can talk like this. As soon as my family was taken to the palace, I was thrown into stupid, strict training to be the proper princess of Soulless. Never asked for that. But thankfully, once I was done with the prim and proper stuff, I got to go to the temple. So everything was fine there. I liked it there.
It's the little things for sure.
Yeah. So, but yes, the queen mother, or my grandmother, rather, she did not like me. So having conversations with her was not, or rather are not, fond memories of mine. So she did not like that I was, well, that I was my mother's daughter, I guess. Even though my uncle continually told me how much I reminded him of his brother.
So now, although there's going to be kind of a silhouette on a distant tree up ahead, you can see what appears to be a humanoid figure crouched with its back up against it. With its back to the
Back
tree.
up against the tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the tree.
The humanoid has his back to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Then I was gonna put an arm out. Like, stop. There's something there. Someone should investigate.
He was doing so well. That's his job as point man.
That's your job, Nadar.
Is it because I'm in the front?
Yep.
Oh,
That is
okay.
correct, sir.
Nadar will walk up, and I'm going to ready an action to attack if this thing attacks me.
You slowly approach,
Yep.
and you can tell as you're getting closer and closer, not only is it a humanoid shape, it's obviously a young adult human that just seems to be having the back to the chair. And now you're getting close enough, you can tell like movement in this kind of borderline fetal position is like a very common fear or panic type of behavior.
Oh, what happened? Nadar calls out.
No, you get no response from a distance. It's too loud. The rain.
Can I walk over and see what's going on? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you go side by side with Nadar, or you get ahead of him?
I'll go ahead.
The Nadar, you notice Mark kind of pass by you to move a little forward.
Okay. Nadar picks up the pace, but I'm still ready to attack if this humanoid attacks me first.
I don't know why I half imagine Nadar twice the size wide as Mark, like walking behind Mark.
Oh no, he's
with the axe.
He's walking beside,
got this.
ready to strike.
Yeah, to me like in a comical bit, but okay. So you guys get close enough now to where you can see it's a young adult male. Can't be but 20s at best, probably, and he's covered in blood. Has a lot of blood all over him, and is just looks like he's doing a 1,000-yard stare. He has not even paid either of you mind, even though you're well close enough to where he can see you. And he's just looking back and just eyes wide and just staring and rocking.
Does the fear on his face seem how do I phrase this? Does Nadar recognize the sort of fear on his face as something he may have experienced, or something similar.
In the sense that you would know that it, for you personally, does not seem far-fetched from how Nadar responds to dragons.
Okay, Nadar will lower his weapon, put it away, go over and like hand on the shoulders, like it's okay.
Second, you do.
It's okay.
Sahel,
I'm not
I
gonna hurt
think
you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I think you might be helpful here.
No. Nope. 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 Nope.
What happened, boy?
Stay. Stay. Don't leave. Stay. Stay.
Did you lose your friends? Nadar says, like his face kind of drops.
His eyes just kind of get a little wider.
I'm gonna ask you one more question. Which way? Just point.
He's still holding himself close, but like he tries to get one hand. It's just like shaking, and he like keeps pointing in the direction of which way you guys were going, which is seemingly the west direction.
Is this guy? You said he's bloody, right?
He has blood on his clothes. Yes.
Does he seem to be injured?
Do you know the way back to Valaki?
Roll a perception check. Or, and I guess, are you just trying to look and see, or are you going to actually inspect him to see if he has wounds?
I mean, I think I'd get more information if I try and inspect him.
Okay, then investigation.
Yeah. Investigation. Where are you? There you are.
25.
Oh, I should have been making these rolls with disadvantage.
It's true. You're still tired.
I'll make that check again.
See what? That's a pretty good one. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Not much worse.
all right. 23. Okay. You don't find a single wound on him. This is someone else's blood.
Good.
Do you know the way back to Valaki?
He just, again, just kind of like points back in the direction from which you guys came from.
I'm gonna tell you this now. Just run back.
Nope. 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 Stay. Stay. Stay.
What's going on?
Would you like me to carry you?
Nope. Nope.
What's going on?
Death. 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 Death.
I didn't even kill
So-
anything yet.
Maybe do you want to get away from that cause of death?
Stay. Stay. Stay here. No death. 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 Around. Here. Here. Here's safe. Safe. Tree is safe.
This tree is not safe.
Tree.
Do you know
safe,
what's
safe,
causing?
Safe for hours now. Tree is safe.
Can you tell us the source of this death?
Was it at the winery? Road?
Never made it. Never made it to winery.
Is that where you were going? Okay.
We've been tasked with finding your little caravan. We are here to help.
He points in the direction to the west.
Okay. Would you like to come with us? Okay.
Tree
I
safe.
want to make sure you're
Safe.
safe. This tree in the middle of the road is not safe.
It's off the road, but
Yeah. Nadar is like, he's still like in the mind that there isn't really a road anymore. It's landmark to landmark to landmark.
and the rest of you should be there by this point. So it should be Zao and Ayla have been able to catch, I'd say, most of the conversation, which is him not saying much, and even in a passive perception, should be quite obvious he's in shock.
I know what you saw might be scary. Trust me, I've seen a lot. But you have to keep moving on. Run from your fear. This time, literally.
Move, death, stay safe.
Stay not
You-
safe.
You don't want to deal with the Baron when you get back to Vallaki. Is that why you don't want to go back to Vallaki?
Death here, death, Balaki here, safe, stay safe.
Can I try and knock him out? It's like he's not intending to injure him, other than just knock him out.
You can try.
So, like, if anything, it might be like the butt of the hand axe handle sort of thing.
Roll for hit.
That is a 10 to hit.
He's a panicky Joker, but he's a perceptive Joker. He sees that.
I'm
He
sorry.
dodges.
I'm not trying to hurt you. We're just walking in circles here. So we either need you to agree to come with us and save the wine, or go back to Vallaki. Nadar hugs him.
You can, if you can get the wagon and it is yours, you can take it back. You can have its contents. I will stay here. Here is safe.
And what will you do here?
Stay safe.
And nothing else. You're going to die from not eating or drinking or
And he just kind of like it actually makes eye contact with you, which he has not with. There are other outcomes that are worse.
While goes and hugs this random guy, and says says to him in a way that no one around would hear. I've seen worse than you. I saw a dragon kill my entire family. It's much better for you to decide to either come with us or go back, or else the dragon will come for you. And this tree isn't safe.
You don't whisper back. I'm not worried about the dragon. I'm worried about the soul eaters.
soul eaters. Did I hear that?
Only Nadar.
He whispered.
Will you at least climb the tree? He says as he kind of backs away. Will you go up?
Maybe,
Safe tree?
maybe up high. They can't get me here. Trees safe. Yes, here is safe.
If I help you into the tree, will you Will that suffice for everyone? He says as he also kind of looks back at the party.
Yep. Zhao and Ayla, any interjection?
Yeah. So as soon as he says soul eaters, I look at
No, he
Zyle.
whispered that. He whispered
Only
that.
Nadar heard
Yeah,
that.
only Nadar
Okay,
heard that.
okay.
He hasn't.
I look at Zyle. This does not seem to say that this is going to be a fun adventure.
You were expecting it to be.
No, but I was not expecting to meet a traumatized child along the road either.
How old does this guy look?
20.
Mid 20s.
Okay.
She's like 150, so.
So's Nadar. Basically, Nadar will be happy as long as he can at least convince this guy to get in the tree, even if it's through intimidation.
Sure.
Pretty sure. I did take proficiency in intimidation. So I am willing to scare him into the tree.
Okay.
Miss Bex, now that you're here, I want to give Elberth a chance to chime in. You've been talking to a lone straggler on the side of the road who seems to be part of the party of what was with the wagon, and he is now no longer with the wagon. He's covered in blood, and it's soaking wet. It's raining. He's in the fetal position with his back to a tree, and is just obviously in a state of shock and panic, and is not really saying sensible sentences other than just he needs to stay where he's at because that's where it's safe.
And Nadar is there comforting him. And
True.
you're trying to scare him into a tree.
You may have felt safe here with this very nice tree, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay safe. You can't stay here forever. You're gonna need to eat. Where it's gonna be safe is with us. Even if we're going in a direction that was already scary, but you'll have us with you this time.
Can't we just get him? Can't we just get you into a tree and you can stay with the safe tree?
He just kind of looks at all of you just to. If the choice is to go back in there or to stay here and even possibly be eaten alive by wolves, I will take the latter.
But I'm giving you an option where you don't have to be eaten by
Do you
wolves.
want us to kill you?
No, tree, safe.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what I'm saying to you, you stay with tree, but we put you in tree branches. So you just go up.
What you're asking is basically you don't want to. You're saying you don't want to return to Valaki and you don't want to go to the cart thing, to the vineyard. But you have no way of getting food, and you said you want to die to the wolves.
I said if the choice is going back to that hell or getting eaten by wolves, I will select the wolves.
But then I'm over here, right in front of you, giving you an option where you're not likely to be eaten by wolves. All you have to do is to agree to let me help you get up.
At this point, Ayla's just like over the repetitive conversation and starts walking past. This
Yeah.
is getting nowhere.
I'm helping him.
No, you're not.
I'm going to help him.
Again, you're not. Keep walking.
Okay.
Nadar swears in Draconic again.
Okay. Zal, do you stay put or do you follow Ayla?
He'd follow Ayla. If for nothing else, so she's not out there alone.
Okay. So Zal and
I'll
Ayla have.
follow Ayla too.
All right. So Mark leaves. Elberth.
Um, how long have we been here with this dude? Like she said, it's been circular, so like,
Good 5-10
5
minutes.
minutes. 5-10.
Yeah.
It's enough. It's very evident he's in a state of panic and shock. So he's not being logical or sensible.
um, yeah, I'm not gonna follow immediately.
Okay.
Will you at least get into the tree with me? You don't have to move other than up. Tree safe.
Tree. Uh, persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh. That is a dirty 20. No, 19.
All right.
Doesn't take much convincing. He's pretty adamant on the tree safe bit. So
Yes, and Nadar realized that, so he's like, let's just get you into a tree, and you'll be somewhat safe there.
he climbs in the tree and gets in like a little nook of it and is just kind of bearing down.
Nadar will also give him one of his rocks. This one's named Jack. Throw him if something tries to hurt you.
He just like looks very confused, but takes it nonetheless.
He'll protect you. And Nadar then goes along to try and catch up while still trying to clock landmarks.
Yep. And then Elberth, what do you do?
Kind of sigh and shake my head, but follow with Nadar.
Okay. You eventually, Nadar and Elberth catch up with the group who is kind of stopped a little bit because you have reached a point where the tree line is completely opened up. And it's a very wide open territory that seems very, very swamp-like. And I'll
Is
go
there
ahead.
anything that would clock to Nadar as a landmark through the swamp?
I've just pulled the map up for you.
Yes,
Yay.
it's taking forever to load on my
It'll take
end.
it'll take a second.
So as Nadar and Elberth catch up and we're stopped looking at the swamp, I turn to Nadar. What did he say he saw, by the way?
Soul
I hope
eaters
you
or something like
asked.
that. I didn't have to ask. He told me.
And?
He said soul eaters. I don't know what that means.
Can I roll a maybe history check?
Yeah, can I as well?
For a soul eater? Sure.
All right. History, right here.
21.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna ask. I was gonna ask to also make the check because I had a reason that might make sense, but.
So Liam, are you rolling yours?
Yeah, it was just very leggy.
Okay. All right. Both of those rolls are high enough that there's several things that are populating in your mind of creatures that have been described like this over time. Usually never the term of that. It's always named something else, but that just happens to be an attribute, whether in a literal sense or in a metaphorical for people who are just ignorant of the subject and don't understand what's happening. But to narrow it down to one thing specifically, there's a lot of different creatures this could be, but you understand enough with that high of a check to know that regardless of what it is, you should not take what that man said lightly.
Mm.
And you should be a little alert now, because regardless of what of those things it could be, it's dangerous. I'm going to unpause so it allows you guys to move, because that's a function we actually have in this, which is super nice.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
For you, you're like, I don't want them to move.
Yep.
Stop moving around.
Yep. keeps the tokens from moving. And so you guys are on the right portion of the map. So just to understand a heading, you guys are heading west and have it in the literal sense right now. So you would just move
Left.
straight left to keep going west.
Kick.
Okay.
As we kind of start to go through, Zal's is just kind of be looking around, scanning the area, and just to say, be extremely cautious. This is what we often refer to as a killing field. This is where you go when you want to die.
I don't want to die,
And
but
this
I
is
do want to be in the front. Can I be in the front with you?
No.
this is the current formation. So
Yes. That's why
I would-
Nadar's asking. Because he
I
doesn't
would-
want
Was he asking Ayla or Zyle?
Zyle.
Or I still reply
on
no.
Nad-
And then as you move, I would just say, I guess, like as a group collective, just keep in mind of what the situation would be. I wouldn't think your tokens would get a whole lot far apart. You'd probably want to stay pretty close together.
Yeah. Nadar's like trying to just keep side by side with Zyle.
He's just
Oh no, he's clocking landmarks and whatnot, and he's like, oh, what?
Zyle is gonna look over and say, "You did well over there, guy." With that guy.
Thanks, I got him into the tree and I gave him Jake.
All right.
Jake was one of your favorites, wasn't he?
No. But Jake will serve him well.
You actually gave him Jack. Did you mean to give him Jake? I did think you were gonna give him Jake.
It's like my
Bronson's my favorite, followed by Q. And then I have Jack, and I still haven't named the other two.
Jack.
What would
Did
be a
we
good name
come
for this
across
rock?
anything noteworthy? I assume not, because you haven't said anything.
Other than what you can see, you have finally gotten to what seems like some form of structure.
I want to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Go ahead.
Not a bad idea.
Sile,
It looks like I don't have False Life active, so I'll do that.
how do we get ourselves into this type of
I
event?
ask myself that every single day. I'm blaming you
What's in
Me?
front
just
of
because
us?
it's convenient.
What did I do? I didn't kill a legion of guards.
It's limited visibility,
that's-
but it just looks like ruins.
Okay.
Ruins. Okay.
Let's do something on the... Is there anything legible on the ruins? Can I use my stone cutting to maybe discern where these ruins might have come from? I'm considered double proficiency with history in relation to finding Out
I
about
hold out
stone.
my hand as in to signal to stop. Zyle.
You will come up.
And I nod my head forward. The wagon.
Ah. Is there anything else around it that we can
Good.
see?
You two speaking common or
Common.
okay?
Is
I
the
look
structure or the ruins made out of stone?
Yeah, just old native
Okay.
stone to Barovia.
Okay.
I look around trying to see if I spot any dead bodies or any like ground messed up, anything that looks like it's been misplaced.
See nothing. Just a wagon.
Okay.
What?
I slowly approach the wagon.
I rolled my stone cunning, and that is a 13 plus 3.
Oh look,
For stone
it
cunning.
paused. Oh dang it.
And with that, everybody roll initiative.
Oh. I
Okay.
wanted to get more information on my rocks.
Oh,
No
this
one cares
track
about
is
your
called
rocks.
Horror Combat. How lovely.
20! Why, dang it.
Don't worry, Nadar's too busy looking at his
I
rocks.
rolled a
it.
20 plus 3, so I have 23.
Nice.
I rolled a 2
I know
plus
I
1.
don't like going first, okay?
I don't like going last.
I'd rather go in the middle or last. Because I don't like having to go first. My characters were not designed to be the first ones to go. So someone else needs to roll a 24.
20 or higher. Ayla?
23.
When the doom music kicks in,
Exactly.
It's very loud.
it's pretty loud, but I
Yeah.
like it. It's catchy.
You should be able
I
to
turned
control
mine
it.
down so it's. Oh wait, no, no.
Horror combat.
Oh, I see the rain is.
Yes, BFG division. Or no.
Yep.
This one is BFG.
15
I
to
mean,
20.
I do like the music.
19.
Can I decrease the sound?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
there's
look in the
right.
upper right, you see a music note.
Upper right.
On the little
Okay.
right bar, where yeah, there's like
Yeah.
all those little icons.
And then just turn down horror combat.
Oh, I see.
Or turn it up.
Then there's
Or
a
it's-
drop down global control too. You can just
Yeah, you've got the global, so you can do it all at once, or you
Alright.
can do it like separately, because like if you want the rain quieter or something.
Right. Okay. Anyone other now worth than 15 to 20? Okay.
No one has
So-
15 to 20.
10 to 14, I suppose.
13.
Just Zyle.
Did we all roll that bad?
Okay.
Considering Millard is still out.
5 to 9.
I have a 6.
Good gosh.
Now would be a great time for Millard to wake up.
Well, that's what the yell was, but none of you noticed it. So
Oh,
You yell?
right.
yeah,
1 to 4.
4.
When?
Good gosh.
I rolled a 3. What did Elvis
right,
roll?
right when 2-Bit was
Oh,
going into
breath got
combat,
me.
it was
Oh, okay.
kind of poorly timed in that like I wanted it to be like the scary thing that happened as you approached the wagon, but 2-Bit like cut me off, and I was like, oh, well.
Too bad. It's all your fault.
Technically, you cut yourself off. It's a trap that you triggered.
That I triggered.
Wait, are you
Ayla.
kidding me?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it was me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second she moved into that space, it cut on the music and it paused the game.
Yep.
Joy.
You're the one who didn't let me get my rock stuff.
Yeah.
believe it-
that was
believe
a
it or
good
not.
decision on my part.
I didn't touch
Well,
anything.
that
That was
was
all.
the-
It was all
I want
automated.
the history of the rocks, okay? I never get to use stone cunning.
Okay.
That's not true.
I try to use it all the time. I never get to.
We tried very hard.
Well, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? The lineup: Ayla, followed by the creature directly in front of you,
Wait,
followed by Elbreth.
you mean north or
How
south?
how
South.
can you move the map? Because like
Right click.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right click.
Right click and
Right
drag.
click.
Oh. Okay, thank you. I've been wondering that too. I'm like, it just
Same with roll
zooms
20.
in on the same spot.
is this thing set for like to account for dark vision? Because I can only see
Yes.
It can be.
30, no, 15. Wait. I can only
thought
see
it
30
was.
feet out.
Yep.
Oh,
We're gonna use our little things. It's 10 feet in front of me.
I can see this far.
I don't. Stop giving me the ones I don't want.
I can see. That's
All right,
30
well-
feet.
Miss Ayla,
Yes. How may I help you?
you are first. And what you guys have all
Joy.
noticed, like the second you made that step, the trap trigger where they are, were either inside or on top
Hey,
of,
he
or
got closer. Why are they moving?
hold on one
They're
second.
multiplying.
Hold on
Don't
one
like
second.
this game.
I gotta get the.
Okay, but I would like to see further out. If I'm supposed to.
It's.
You can see, but
I set it to 30 across the board between it being
Yeah.
heavy
I can
rain and
see
everything going on.
25 feet from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Everybody should have the same.
I got 30 feet, but I also have 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay, because yeah, you said like the creature in front of you, but like I didn't see any
Dark
creature in front
dark
of us,
vision
so-
does not
I
mean you can
think
see in
he
the dark.
meant,
By the
like-
way,
No.
South of me.
Right.
I didn't know
it
it
means
was
you're
dark
not
right now.
blind.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Let's go look.
If you would
Oh
like,
my word, the music got louder.
yeah,
Okay.
let's see.
Alright, so my turn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you describe these creatures?
Very similar to that of what you have seen on the road leading to Valaki.
Okay.
oh,
With my past history check of Soul Eater, does this come in line with what I believe the boy was talking about?
100% you believe this is what he's referring to, or although you are not familiar with this entity specifically.
Okay.
I made it dark, but that's way too dark for stream, so I'm going to lighten it back up.
Okay. Wow, that is really dark. Can't see squat. Okay, let me see. Inventory. I'm gonna pull out my short sword. Put my switch out from my staff. And I'm not going to attack it, but I'm going to ready an attack if it comes at me.
Okay. But you're not going to attack your turn, just going to wait for a counterattack, pretty much.
Well, I don't know what it wants. And I don't know exactly what kind of thing it is.
It's bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for her.
Probably
Alright.
doesn't, but I just, in my mind, this is how things would go. They'd pop out of the snow like daisies, and I'd ready, and so as soon as it moves toward me, I'm attacking it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna give it the chance to hit me. Like I said, if it starts coming at me, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay. Is that all you do for your
My
turn?
turn. Da.
Okay. The one directly below you is next, followed by Elbreth. followed by the one way up to the top right.
Wait, there's another one?
There's 4.
I only see 3.
Yep. 'cause
There's
it's
a wall between you and it.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah, you can't see through walls.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can't.
No monk stuff can do that.
Well,
You're not Neo.
actually,
Okay.
It wasn't clear if it was a wall.
Okay. Dice time.
Don't be so worried if you can't see something,
Yeah.
unless you're afraid.
Then be very concerned.
No. If you're afraid, then there's nothing you can do about it. But
All right. Ayla, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
joy. Can I use my DM inspiration that I got?
It's yours to use when you want it.
Okay. That just means I roll again, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
Mhm.
rolling with advantage.
Yay! Alright, I got a total of 19.
So you pass. So you're going to take half damage here.
Dang it. Would I have passed with a 10?
No.
Yeah, okay.
That shouldn't be surprising, but no.
You made the right call.
I did. I very much did that time.
And the creature looks dead at you, and it feels like it's you see empty eye sockets. You don't see anything in it, and it just seems like it's staring literally into your soul. And as a result, you take 14 necrotic damage.
Gah.
7. I take 7.
No, 14
7.
is the half.
7. Alright,
So
so 7.
you took 28.
Took
or
28,
29.
and then they got halved into
So you
14.
really don't want to. I'm happy that Nadar. Necrotic. Never mind. Nadar has a +6 to Constitution saving throws.
if you're raging, you can have resistance
And-
to necrotic damage, which is
I'm
another
not-
half.
As an added element, much like when you guys ran into this on the road to Valaki, you felt the temperature drop the second that they kind of revealed their presence to all of you.
So it didn't move?
No.
Joy. Okay.
You just saw it just staring at you and just kind of made a creepy...
Well, I make a noise in pain.
Even while raging, Nadar does not resist necrotic damage.
Okay. But that will
I feel
end.
like if I was talking about the bear.
That will end its turn. So that's Elbreth, followed by the one on the top right, followed by Zyle.
Okay. Yeah, I think okay, so these aren't because earlier like a creature in front was mentioned. So these aren't the minions. These are all the ones. Like there's not like a bigger creature, right?
No, they're all they seem to be, well, as best you can tell in the weather conditions, they seem to be the same.
Okay, and then can you like just set the scene again? Like you just said they're what we saw on the way to Valaki, but that was like a long time ago. So
It is this
do you
tall,
mind?
tall, lanky looking figure that's humanoid but seems to be exaggerated. So like it's bony fingers, but they're longer and they're sharper. Toes, like the toenails are longer and sharper. Its mouth comes way, way down, just like an open socket, and the eyes are the same. There's just nothing. That it's something that looks like it was once human, but has long since lost whatever it used to be. And it's just
Oh,
covered in like a tattered, torn sort of what was a robe or cloak at some point.
okay. All right. So yeah, I will. I guess. I didn't write down. I didn't write down any flavor for this yet. So I will say, from the darkness, light, and hold up my hand, and then like a sword that kind of looks like the dark saber, but like
Yeah.
wispy and smoky, appears, and then I will see what is the to hit. I guess would be. No, wait, where's... Okay, I think the to hit would be the same as this one. Oh, wait, I was not supposed to roll there, probably. Ooh. Ooh. That's an 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah. If you want, I can try again in Foundry because I accidentally rolled in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Where'd you roll?
She rolled in.
On D&D Beyond.
Yeah. You're supposed to use real dice, Albrecht.
I forgot about that, too.
The digital domain does not like you.
People are supposed to remind me.
So I wouldn't do a reroll like that, but if I remember right, you still have an inspiration of some kind. I don't remember if it was chat or...
Oh, yes. I
So,
always forget about that. Where are
just
my
to
dice?
throw that out there if you want to use it.
Oh.
I think you'll get the real dice.
Forgot
The
I
digital
had
have
them.
failed me.
My backpack from the other day. Where are they? Hopefully I didn't leave them there. Where are they? Oh. Ugh. Okay, I can't. Must use the dice. There are so many. They're gonna be here somewhere.
Just here, clickety clackety clickety clackety.
Oh my goodness.
I love the sound of the hippity hoppity math rocks.
Under like dozens and dozens of masks, I found the plastic dice. At least I wanted to use my metal ones, but I don't know where those went.
Plastic is
Might
better
have
than
left them
metal
at my friend's
in
house.
this
I'm not
case.
sure. Okay. Come on! That's just putting it upside down. So that's 14.
Or that a natural 14, or do you have any additives?
No, that's after.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
Maybe a bad way to take Great Weapon Master.
Well, that was my bonus action and my action, so.
Dang. Sucks because that was a cool move too.
Is
Okay.
it like Flame Blade where that blade sticks around after, as long as you maintain concentration?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm there like swinging around. It's the first time that I have manifested that, so, you know.
Yeah.
Nadar.
I'm not very good.
So we have the one at the top right, followed by Zyle, followed by Millard. Nadar, you see the one that's above you to the north.
And the one in combat with.
Yeah, move towards you, and then moves through the wall, like literally passes through it. Moves forward, passes through the wall again, and like kind of like you're right in front of the wall, and it just kind of like comes through the wall to like stare straight at you, partially still in the wall, partially out, staring straight at you.
Hello.
Constitution saving throw.
I'm using a DM inspiration to roll a little advantage. That's not very good. 14.
14.
I'm so happy with that. Max hit points going down, you know.
You take 11 points of necrotic damage.
So I passed.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And it just makes that continual creepy noise as it like stares into you, even though you don't see any eyes in the socket, and you just feel like it's like it's kind of like the guy described. You imagine now this is what he was describing because you feel like it's almost like trying to suck your soul out, and you take damage as a result of it. Okay.
Yes.
So we have Zyle followed by Millard, followed by the one to the left
Okay.
of Mark.
Now I'm scared. Because
So
the dark
the
can't feel
one
magic.
up here, I don't know if it was because there's one up here by Nadar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sticking
It
out of the wall.
disappeared.
It disappeared on the map because it's in a space that the characters on Foundry can't see. That's still there.
It is
Alright.
within the wall.
How
I
about now?
figured that was like its spot.
All right. In that case, what I will do, I accidentally just reloaded the page, but I'm going to upcast a Bane to hit all 4 of them,
Ooh.
and they all need to roll a Charisma saving throw.
Nice.
The DC on that is 14.
Okay. Bottom left's gonna fail.
Hallelujah.
Top left's gonna fail.
These guys hit weird.
The one above Nadar saves.
Haha.
The one below it. So all of them fail except for the one above Nadar.
Okay, so it's a concentration spell. It lasts for a minute. Anytime they make an attack roll or a saving throw, they roll a d4 and just subtract that from the result.
Nice. On attack or the hit or both?
Just the attack roll. Attack rolls and saving throws they roll.
Got it.
Well, Nadar can't. If these guys are or have the ability, I think they do. Nadar can't do any damage to them.
Anything else?
I cannot bonus action anything, I'm afraid. So yeah, that's unfortunately my turn.
Yeah, you could move if you wanted to.
You could put me
Yeah.
down.
I guess I would put Miller down if he's awake. Would he be kicking at this point?
No. He's just like... He just let out that scream when they first arrived.
Okay. He will set you down then and kind of get in the center here so he can keep an eye on everything.
Okay. Is that in your
So
turn?
as I roll off Zyle's shoulder, I quickly move to the one near Ayla, drawing my rapier,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna spend DM inspiration from like two sessions ago
Do it.
to make an attack. Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Let's hit this thing.
21,
That hits.
21, and then I get extra damage dice because I had advantage on the roll. So make sure that's a D10. So D8 and 2D6s.
What type of damage does this do?
This is piercing, I believe. It's finesse, martial. Oh, here we are. Piercing, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So that'll be 13 piercing damage.
13 total?
Yep.
Okay. You do that with your rapier?
Yeah.
So you... Anywhere particular you aiming?
Just kind of the general torso area. So like 3 swift strikes to the torso.
Okay. So you strike, and each feel like it takes purchase, and you do see the creature kind of recoil in pain briefly, but it does not seem to do as much damage as you would think it does. And from a meta player perspective, it had resistance, so that damage was halved.
Okay. And then I will use my bonus action to disengage.
Yay. Good job.
Good call.
1, 2. Yeah. So I moved 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can move here. Okay. That'll be it.
Got it? Okay. It's going to be the one to the left of Mark, followed by Mark, followed by Nadar. So this one is going to approach Mark. Mark, roll a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
I'm scared for Mark. Wizards die 1d4 boop damage. He's not gonna make it.
I should have used inspiration. 8.
You can use inspiration if you want to.
I think you have to say that you're using it before you use it.
We've never played that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
But
it's just like, oh,
you are
that was a
correct
bad
in
move.
saying that
I'm gonna
is the
use
rules written
inspiration.
way.
yep, that is the rule as written. I'll give you the option if you want to do it, though.
I will definitely do it then.
Okay.
Even though I think I'm gonna waste it.
You have a +1 to
Heart of the
Constitution.
cards.
Dirty 20.
See, look at that.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Perfect.
Good thing, too. Because you take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Much like the other ones, this thing just gets real up close and just kind of stares deep into you. Its empty eye sockets, and you feel like part of your soul's being torn.
It takes out my Arcane Award. Energy Shield.
Okay. All right, now that's going to end its turn. That's all it does. So, Mark followed by Nadar, followed by the one under Elbreth.
Can I make a nature check on these guys?
Or
To find out, well, specifically I'd like to know if they have any melee type weapons apart from maybe their claws.
I can tell you without the check, you would not know, other than what you see in front of you. Seems to be very feral.
You did mention they do have claws before, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you would not know about weapons. All you can tell is that they seem to be feral. So, like, basic, whatever it can do with its body.
Okay. I'm going to use telekinetic shove.
Classic. What's the save?
Strength save of 14.
I feel like I should know by this point.
It
The amount of
changes.
times used on Nadar.
Because I got to do a -4 because of what Richard did.
Yeah.
Richard.
We just have to keep him.
Good
from
on you,
taking
Richard, because that
damage.
was the difference between passing and failing.
Alright.
It fails.
Now, where do I want to go?
Well, where
Well,
does
he goes
you shove
back
it back
5.
certain
Yeah,
feet?
you
right?
you shove it. Well, you said what? You can shove it back 10 feet.
If-
You can't move
10,
yourself
15.
10 feet.
He goes back 5.
Oh.
Just 5, I think. And I'm going to cast Firebolt on. Let's see here. I'll cast Firebolt on that guy.
Okay, go for it.
Actually, cancel that. I want to. Yeah, no, I'll cast Firebolt.
Keep in mind
Right.
too, if you've got something that'll make it make a save, it gets a penalty to that.
A
Yeah.
penalty?
Yeah, it's a minus a D4 to its saving throws, all of them.
Alright, yeah, you're right. I will cast Create Bonfire on him instead.
DC 14 Dex save. Nice.
Passes.
Did you roll the d4?
I don't know if I do or you do, but I can.
It does. So it would be you roll it, Matt.
3.
Okay.
Still pass.
Okay.
So does it still pass?
It's a saving throw, so we don't know the result of the roll. You do.
Yeah, it's saving throw or take D8, so it passed the save.
Okay.
Even with the -3, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
No, the saving throw I think is a d14.
DC
save of
14.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolled DC 14 -3.
Oh, okay.
We don't know the result.
You
of the
don't know the
D20
result,
other
but
than
it passed.
passed.
Yeah. All right.
It is higher than 14.
It rolled it higher than 14 even with subtract 3.
All right.
17 or higher.
Let's
It's a lot of numbers.
and move. I want. Well, that's not what I want.
Did the one in front of me burst into flames?
No,
No, there's the bonfire under it, though.
there's a bonfire near it and near about under it, but it didn't
It
seem to
should
take
be
anything.
under it.
Yeah.
I meant for that to be under it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
I'll
it was
ju-
in
I'll
front of
just-
the other one.
Because you move there.
I will end my turn here.
Okay. That is Nadar, followed by the one under Elbreth, and then back to Ayla.
I would like to rage. I'm
Why
not
is-
pulling out a weapon. My hands are becoming claws. And
Okay.
I will do my claw attack. So I can roll attack. I can attack twice with the claws. Each one deals 1d6 plus 3 damage. They both have a plus 5 to hit. One was an 18 before mod, and the other one was a 17 before mod.
They'll both hit.
Both of those hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so first claw deals
What type of damage is
9
this?
slashing. Non-magical at the moment.
Go ahead.
Deals 9 slashing and another 4 slashing.
Okay.
As Nadar angrily roars in this thing's face. And just starts going ham with his claws.
You can note the same thing
Yes.
Miller did. So you take, and it does hit. So it is taking purchase. It is doing damage. It does not seem to be doing as much damage as it should. So you can passively take some form of resistance to what you're doing.
Yes.
Anything else for your turn?
I did everything I could. I can't bonus action. I wasn't bonus action raged and did my 2 attacks with
Alright.
the claws.
So that is the one under Elbreth, then back to Ayla, and then the one near Ayla. So
I probably should have chosen tail because I can reaction plus 5 to my AC.
Miss Elbreth, Constitution save.
All right. 21.
Nice. It's definitely a pass. This one's not as bad. Yeah, this one's less bad. You take 8 points of necrotic damage.
That just washes away my holy glow.
Oh, not my holy glow.
Now
I
I'm
was
not
so
just
hard
at,
on it.
now I'm just at full hit points.
Like a peasant. Okay. That's
How
gonna...
do you paupers live like this?
So that one, same thing. It just leans in and you see these empty eye sockets and it just kind of stares into you and you feel like part of your inner light or inner peace is being tampered with, and it like tears at you within and causes the necrotic damage. That's going to end its turn. That's back to Ayla, followed by the one next to Ayla, and then Elberth. So Ayla, you're up.
Yeah, I know. I was reading. Alright, I'm gonna use a thunderclap cantrip on this one in front
Nice.
of me. So I don't have. Do I roll it? I don't roll a d20. It just. it's
Thunderclap is a
cantrip, so it just-
Constitution save, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to roll a save, I do believe.
Alright, yeah.
It
Level
is-
14 is cool.
I
I think
rolled
it's
a
a D4 against that minus its
Yeah.
save.
Yeah, because the save's only a 10, right?
Yeah, I think it would be plus wisdom
Yes.
for...
save is a 10.
Yeah, for her, I think it's a 10.
Okay. Can't wait if Nadar makes it to level 14. When I rage, I can
Oof. Hey,
get
make
10
sure
hit points based on how many people join my hunt.
make sure to thank Richard after that, because that would have passed
Thank you,
otherwise.
Richard.
It failed.
Yay! I hit it for 5.
Bane's a nasty spell.
Mm-hmm. It takes damage.
When you
Yay.
So when you upcast Bane, you can target multiple targets.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just one additional target per slot level.
Okay. Anything else, Ayla?
I'm trying to decide if I want to do another.
You're a monk. Do it.
Yeah, I know.
Do your
Sorry,
monk
I'm
crap.
also distracted because the child has decided to use my innards as a punching bag in this moment.
Good.
So it's rather uncomfortable.
They're saying attack.
Apparently, I'm supposed to do fury of blows,
Punch it.
flurry of blows.
Punch it, Bob.
Yep. The child woke up and said, "Choose violence."
It's fine.
So I'll spend a key point to use flurry of blows, so it does 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay. Give me some hit.
All right, action, unarmed strike. So. Okay,
It's gonna do
so
the
that is
Matrix
19
thing.
plus 5, so 24.
Okay, that hits.
Alright, and then roll the d6. Nope, d4, sorry. Four plus 3, so 7. So that's the first one.
Okay. Second one.
Natural 20 plus 5. so
Nice. Nice. Give me some double damage.
25. Ayla's mad. She got hurt.
Pew 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 pew.
3 plus 3, so 6.
Okay. No.
That's a melee attack. If
Mhm.
you needed to know.
You start waylaying on it, getting just some anger punches in it, and similar to Nadar, you notice it is wincing, so it's taking damage, but it seems to be rather resistant to what you're doing, so it's
Yeah.
strong to it, but it is taking damage.
One plus. 4. Okay. And then that's it, I believe.
Okay. That's it for your turn.
I'm scared, but
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
yes.
All right.
That's
The one-
That's my turn.
So that's the one you just hit, followed by Elberth, and then followed by, if I remember right, I'm trying to remember which one's these which. I think it's the one up above Nadar. Okay. Constitution saving throw, Haley.
Next save, please.
No, it has to end its turn in this fire.
No, start.
The creature
I think
must
it's start.
also make the saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and when it ends its turn is what it says in the
Yeah.
sheet.
I literally just pulled
Dang
it off.
it!
Did you roll?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Nope. I have an inspiration from the peoples from another time. So I'm gonna use that.
Have
The
you,
people have spoken.
Because I
I'm
rolled a
thinking-
3! That's not any better.
What did you roll?
A 2.
Oh.
The people have failed you.
Alright,
don't
what
have
was
enough to
that?
do
A
another one.
constitution saving throw, so 4 in total.
Ouch.
You pass. Miraculous.
So the two
DM was like, we like the non-sassy Ayla.
the two
Or, we hate the
closest
non-sassy Ayla, let's kill her. Okay, go ahead.
the two closest to Ayla see this, so that would be Zyle and Millard can see this. The rest of you will either be looking at your target or via the rain won't see it happen in the moment. This one now just kind of like floats a little bit and stands up and looks his gaze down into her, and you see Ayla's eyes just roll into the back of her head and she drops. You are at 0 points.
I didn't just drop my water bottle onto my keyboard. Okay. I can put this over there.
We need a healer. We have a grave domain threat.
Yep.
Alright.
So Ayla is unconscious.
So wait, I still want to know how much damage did Ayla just take there?
You didn't.
There's
It just
a
stole my
condition
soul right
called
there.
unconscious.
You took
Yeah.
0 damage.
Yeah. You didn't take a specific amount of damage. You got reduced to 0 hit points.
Sure.
Which
okay.
is better.
There's a condition called unconscious.
Okay.
Yes, but it's also she has no hit points.
I'm telling you, she's not dead because she hasn't failed her saving throws yet, but she is currently incapacitated.
Unconscious.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she took less damage than double her hit points.
Correct, because she didn't take physical
Otherwise,
damage.
she'd be dead.
Right,
Yes.
right. Okay, so
Oh,
that's
no.
gonna. That one just comes back down to the ground and then is just kind of like looking at towards the center, so it kind of changes its focus towards Zyle and Millard. So now that shifts to Elbreth, followed by the one above Nadar, followed by Zyle.
Now it ended its turn in the fire, so now it would need to
Yes,
make another
that-
dexterity save.
Yes.
If I die here, I'm gonna cry.
Well, you won't be able to because you'd be dead.
That one
Well,
failed. so it's
Ayla
gonna
won't be
take-
able to, but I will be able to.
No,
I
you
will be
You can
able
roll
to
a
cry.
d8
Yep.
for
It's
your
gonna
spell
take.
damage.
It's gonna take 6 damage from the fire.
Oh, that works too.
Alright.
Come on, guys.
light it up.
Okay, so
Techno.
because of the weird not damage but 0 hit points, does she look like if
Oh.
I were to try to heal her, if that would help, or would she just be like, or does it look
Maybe,
different?
maybe, but you didn't see it.
Oh, I can't see her.
No.
You didn't
Okay, I
see
can't
it.
heal her anyway.
Only Zyle and Millard saw it, so you three haven't seen it yet. If you want to choose something in your turn to like try and look at your surroundings, you can. But
She
Yeah, because
falls to the
I-
ground.
I assumed I could see everything that I can see on the map, and she's within my 30 feet. But
yeah, I meant like
Um,
outside of your turn, you didn't notice it. You can notice it.
You're
So-
kind of busy with
Correct.
the other one.
Right.
when is my turn right now? I thought.
Yes,
It
it is.
is.
That's what I'm telling you.
So
You
I'm
wanna use it.
asking. I see Ayla, and I'm trying to decide whether I should heal her, or does it look like
It looks bad.
Yes.
She's on the ground,
Yeah, she's
I'm
like
contemplating-
and it appears unconscious and not moving.
right.
I just don't know if there's like if there's any like different look to her.
Well, her
She's on the ground and unconscious and surrounded by
She's
black
wet.
flames.
Because it's rainy.
from that distance,
She's
you wouldn't be able
very
to.
wet.
From that distance with the weather, you wouldn't be able to tell something specific like that. But you can tell she's on the ground. She's not moving.
She
and
might
this
be
thing's
dry. You don't know.
But then we would have a problem.
How the heck is she doing this?
Obviously,
Yeah.
some sort of witchcraft. Okay.
If she fell back, like her hood probably would have fallen off some too, and
Okay, so
she
she's
doesn't
probably
let
wet.
that happen very often.
Okay, now I'm just trying to think about from how much. Do I know? Let's see, one.
Right. Because I decided to go with my claws. I can make 3 attacks at each turn because they would count for 2 weapons fighting. I'm happy with that.
I don't want to use all of them just in case, like, we need to do this again. So I will do 2. Yeah, I think I just look at her and she gets better. What does it say? It's just so you can see.
Usually that also tells you the radius.
Yeah, it just says with see within 60 feet.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just look at Ayla and be like, let the light lift you, and then try to heal her for 2d6.
Yep. Roll.
You can do it! I believe in you!
See this one, and which one's the happiest? This one.
I have a translucent one
7.
I can roll if you want.
Nice. Ayla, you get 7 points of health back.
Yes.
And yes, gives here. Just kind of regains herself, but you are prone on the ground.
Okay.
All right, and then that was a bonus action. So to double check, I think. Oh man.
And
Okay.
due to the status of how your magic works, I'm gonna say it had a light aura about it. And in doing such, all 4 of the creatures kind of recoiled.
Well, well, well.
I think we found our cheese.
All right then.
You're welcome.
We found the cheese for this fight. Nadar
You're
can't
welcome,
use it.
everybody. I died
thanks
so
for
you
getting-
could know.
Died so that you may live.
Ah! Nadar just angrily yelling as he's like slashing into this.
So what else you got? Because we're getting like close to like the 5-minute warning, so let's get it.
Get it done.
Yeah, so that one I was okay, so let me use one of my bardics to. Oh, come on. 15?
To hit,
Yeah.
that hits.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the first roll was not great. Okay. Okay, I'll mark that off in a second. So that has 8 sides. That has 8 sides. Okay, yeah, this color's definitely working for me. Okay, so that's 10 psychic.
Psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
Tell me that they don't
Nope.
care.
Light
about-
damage.
Well, I would have to. I already had started to take the attack before I started this.
Sure.
But yeah, the way I can get radiant is if I use an action to
Okay.
my wings.
It takes damage in seemingly a normal sense.
All right, I thought you were about to say that it doesn't, or it's like half or something.
About as normal as psychic damage can be to one of these.
As normal as
Don't
you
do
could
this.
possibly tell.
I was gonna be like, don't do this when I finally pull out my dark saber. That's
No,
my
no.
turn.
Okay. All right, that's gonna be the one above
Inverted its brain.
above Nadar, followed by Zal, followed by Millard. So Nadar, Constitution save throw.
Weak. 17. That one I feel better with.
Get wrecked, nerds.
This is necrotic damage. I don't resist it. Dang it.
It's not necrotic damage.
Huh?
Not necrotic damage this time.
Oh.
Oh,
You
I
take
thought Nadar was attacking.
28 points of psychic damage.
I retract all smack talk.
You can't.
And that was the better of the two options.
I am at 18 out of 57.
Yep. Okay. That's going to end its turn. It does the same thing.
57 what?
It did the same thing you saw it do to that Zal and Miller saw it to do to Ayla, where it kind of stood up and attempted to like almost suck the life out of you, but you managed to hold your ground and resist. So you did not fall prey to it, but you took a pretty heavy hit from it.
Didn't
You have
fall.
that much health.
Zal followed by Millard, followed by the
Okay.
one to the left, north.
So in the past 6 seconds, Zyle has seen Ayla go on the ground, wonder if she's dead, and then she wakes up.
Yep.
So it's been a bit. So he's pissed. So the one in front of Ayla is going to take. Let's see how you like this. The
Do
holy
it.
beam of Yeetus Deletus. Second
Do it.
level guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Boom. Yes.
Come on. Come
I'm
on.
going to use my inspiration.
Give me them numbers. Come on.
17 to hit.
Yeah, boy. That hits. Give me some
And he's going to
damage.
take
I am avenged.
16 radiant damage.
Radiant.
Radiant.
It gets tripled.
Oh, snap.
Rippled?
Tripled.
What?
32, 48.
And that's what we call a homebrew.
Yes.
And you guys see this one just get eradicated from the inside out.
From the outside in.
From all angles.
Now I wish Nadar could do
Wow, I
radiant
have this
damage.
crazy vision. I can see from all angles.
Anybody
Everywhere.
looking at Zyle would note, like,
Do I have bug eyes?
he's in control, but
He has
it is
horns.
he has an extreme rage about him.
We all turn. Well, I turn in like awe. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
I'm on the ground
Wow.
gasping for blah, blah, blah. I'm on the ground gasping for breath. I can say words.
Anything else from Zal?
Unfortunately, that's all I can do.
Okay. Millard followed by the one to your guys' left, followed by the one above Nadar, I think.
yeah. I'll run at this one.
Yeah.
The other one's dead. Yeah, it's 12.
Oh,
Question I just thought of.
Do you have inspiration?
No.
that does not hit.
How lanky are the guy in front of me's legs?
They're very linky.
Enough
I
that I
will
could
just-
maybe slash through him? Like claws, maybe?
I'll
We'll
run
find
here.
out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, so you miss, and then you just use your disengage to move back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny. I have several things that are like I can disengage for free if I hit. I can disengage as a bonus action if I don't hit.
I can just kind of just move.
I can just do what I want. Like,
Freaking rogues.
yeah.
You're not stealthy boy for no reason.
I can't like
It's true.
I don't get to do like 20
that
damage or like 17 damage at a time, but I just don't get hit.
The BBEG
Yeah,
just
like a
lands on
little
the
eel.
field. Just not much to help
I
it,
feel-
boy.
I feel like I'm playing like the Dark Souls
Please.
version of like having the
Please.
rapier, where it's like,
Roll.
Like,
You see
like trying
Millard
to grab
roll
a
in the
greased
swamp.
eel.
it's like,
Uh,
how
in
much
that
damage did you
moment-
do? I did 100.
Okay. Does that end your turn, Millard?
In that moment, a woman runs out of the forest. I got
This
you,
one-
stealthy
Comes up
And
to
then she
Millard.
slaps all 3 of them.
boy.
Comes up to Millard. Is going to raise itself up. Millard, Constitution save.
Okay. I'm not very constituent,
Oh.
mostly because I rolled a number.
Good. I was worried you rolled a letter.
Yeah, I mean those are dangerous. That'll be a 3. So
Goodbye, Millard. It was nice knowing you.
it
Millard.
doesn't amplify the damage. It's either a pass or fail.
Yep. And this is a fail. You are reduced to 0 hit points, and you fall to the ground.
Happily.
And all of you see is this is kind of centered, so I would say all of you can see this one because that's a little closer. That it raises up and just seems to like suck the energy out of Millard, and his eyes roll in the back of his head, and Millard just like falls back and lands on the ground, unconscious. And that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
Bye.
I was really hoping to get my next turn because I don't want to
Sorry.
spend 2 weeks waiting to.
I'd love to keep
Try
going,
it.
but like it's already like really
I know.
close to the time. I don't want to lose any of you guys mid fight. So, oh boy. Okay.
Oh
Well,
boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
yeah, we're here.
Mila almost died.
I recommend
Good.
taking the tough feed at level 8.
Close.
Goodness.
I'm taking every defensive feat I can.
We killed one of them
Yeah.
before they fully killed one of us.
Mm-hmm.
No one's dead.
I said fully. Fully.
Oh, I
killed.
could have ran farther.
What do you mean?
So I don't even have to hit. As long as I make a melee attack against a creature, I can basically disengage for free.
Yeah.
Nice.
So then I can use my bonus action
That's
to
only
dash.
from the creature you hit.
Right, which is the one that just knocked me down.
If you go into melee and you're right beside 2 enemies and you hit one,
Right,
Then
but that
the
doesn't apply to
other-
the situation.
yeah.
But I understand, yeah.
Anyways,
I
so
thought I had to hit it.
thank you guys for watching. We're going to the post-stream chat section where we talk a little bit about our favorite moments of the night, answer some questions in chats. This is the part we actually get to interact with you guys and have a talk, but we have 2 players that typically have to hop off pretty quickly. Lava, has your internet been cutting off? It's 10:03, so I'm guessing you got a little bit. Okay, so Jay, we'll let
Usually
you.
it's been midnight recently.
Jay, I know you got to hop off, so we'll let you go first. What was the highlight of the night for you?
Honestly, that ending is pretty neat. I'm excited to see what happens next.
Oh, God.
Like I know it's
Miller
like,
dying.
it looks dire, but it we'll see what happens. It makes an interesting twist.
Fair enough.
Um,
Ending with a player unconscious. It's always a fun time.
I liked Nadar and Mark's chat at the beginning, where
Mhm.
they're trying to figure out like some stuff. Some neat intrigue there.
True.
Yes.
I like that.
Nadar did also give away that he can get the information. Mark just needs to get him a barrel of alcohol.
That'll be it for me.
No,
Alright.
it's
Are you
not-
hopping out of Discord or are you leaving it in?
I'll leave it in.
Okay.
I think.
Just- If you
Well,
need to
then
hop
Mark's
out, we
never
have an
getting the
extra, so just
information.
do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I'll leave it in.
Okay.
Okay.
Till next time, Mr. Millard. All right.
Is it
So,
Tuesday yet?
yeah. Well, you gotta wait 2 weeks because next week's gonna be the one shot.
I know. That's why I'm mad. I'm kind of
Yep.
mad I didn't get to my turn.
Yep. Sorry. Yep. So it'll pretty much pick back up right at Mark whenever we come back. So let's roll to see what we have. Chat
House
asks,
hack.
what did
Come
they
on.
miss? Oh boy.
Yes. You just missed yes.
Missed
Oh, boy.
everything.
All right. Up first, that is Mr. Liam. So, Mr. Liam, what would you say a highlight of the night tonight for you?
I think a lot happened this night.
Had 2 characters go unconscious. I'd say that's a lot.
One came back though. She's
One
fine.
did come back.
She's
Nadar is almost
just
unconscious,
chilling
and
on the
he is
floor.
angry.
Yeah.
I'm almost
I
scared I'll
guess,
have to use 2 rages.
yeah, we're looking pretty bad, so I'm pretty excited to find out what's gonna happen, you know? Anticipating.
Sure. Okay. Let's say that would be lava
Favorite part.
or a highlight. You know, it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
the favorite, I guess, if it's too hard to pick.
Good question. I think I it's always just gonna be I just had fun being Nadar. But I do like how Millard was just unconscious for everything up until combat started. It's like just we're just kind of dragging him along.
Yeah, was he unconscious or was he just not showing that he was conscious?
That's a question for Millard.
Yeah.
Good question. I don't know the answer. It's just funny how he didn't do anything until combat.
I think he just didn't want us to know he was conscious.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Maybe in the case.
still excited. I'm still excited for a couple weeks because with Foundry, I found out something that had bugged me a whole bunch. I can 2 weapons fighting with my claws.
Nice.
Feels like-
IK.
Yes, I can do that.
Not that game.
Happy
doesn't
Easter.
D&D Beyond doesn't say I can do it. Everywhere online doesn't say I can do it. But with Foundry, I'm gonna say it because it makes sense because I'm proficient with them, and they are light. They are literally my hands. Why can't I attack with 2 weapons fighting with my hands?
I take no issue with it. Okay. Any other moments?
No.
That is Miss SJ.
I liked one of my favorite parts rather was when Ayla walked to the side to barf. That Zyle came up and was like, "Are you okay, my lord?" And I was like, I wish we would have been able to go more into that, but I tried to get us back into an actual conversation regarding what happened, but it could only go so far. But I thought it was funny.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that was my fault. You need to go full combo.
Yeah, it's fine. It
It
nothing
is what
felt
it is.
nothing felt forced. It like everything kind of followed a flow.
I came into it thinking I'm gonna throw a my lord joke in as quickly as I possibly can, and you just gave me the perfect window.
Right.
Yep.
I was trying. But then, later on I was like, I should have followed up with it's my lady to you.
Yeah, that would
Got
have been
him.
great.
Dang it, I missed the opportunity. It'll come back later. Cuz if you know, she
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
she did not re-pick up her old accent, so
Yeah. Keep that one in mind.
but next week
One
I'll be
shot.
playing a different character for the one shot.
Right? Do I need to make that? Do I need to make that character sheet,
No.
or do get this sent to me
For what?
for next week?
You're not in that one?
You're not in
you're
that
not
one.
in that one.
No, Nadar's not in that one. I know, but I didn't know
No,
whether I was
Josiah's
playing or
not in that.
Just
I
not,
didn't know that. I had been given no information about it, so I didn't know whether I was in
Yeah.
it or not.
Yeah, no, they picked Richard and SJ. So
Okay.
that's it.
Yep. Because me and Stormer went through like a cycle of how they're gonna flow as they go from one to the next. There's a
Okay.
Yeah, there's a planogram. We kind of almost have everybody's planned out to a certain extent. We'll have to get the details, but okay. Any other moments?
Mm. I liked it when Zyle went into his kind of rage fit after seeing Ayla drop dead, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not dead.
and I did.
He said basically.
Drop dead, basically, because you don't know.
Right.
He doesn't have the opportunity to go up and check for her pulse. He just sees her drop like she died.
Right. You have to respond in mind with the worst.
Right. So he basically sees her, drop, and he's just like,
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like that moment too. That was good. And the fact that it played out perfectly because of what happened with it. So it was just that was a good sequence. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Miss Bex.
One, I was really sad that I was late as I was. I was only supposed to be 15 minutes late, and I thought it would be right in after the announcements and videos, and I was sad because it was went way over. But yeah. But I came in. And that's where my highlight was I loved Nadar talking to the dude. He was being so not a crazy drunk.
Right.
And very it was
Trying to
consoling him on a level that he had that in common with him, and it's just I loved it. That was great.
There was that hint of probably not the smartest move in that Nadar leaned in while hugging and tried to almost scare him into listening.
Intimidate. Yep.
I think that fits though.
Nadar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And also the butt the butt of the
That was the thing. It was a bit like of a mixed bag, which I thought was all just very appropriate because I'm Nadar doesn't seem like someone who's going to do this perfectly,
right?
But he's trying, and it was just it was great.
Hmm. Okay,
that
was a good one.
I also felt like I didn't make up for the I want to shove the guy out the window.
And then my other highlight is the creepy thing sucking souls out of people. It was just great.
I need to bring that into my play-by-post.
Gosh, and I told myself while this was transpiring, I gotta wait until Bex gets here to transition to the scene because the entire atmos of this is just gonna be tense and creepy. And I'm gonna do my best to wait until she's here so she doesn't miss out on it. And then lo and behold, it worked out really well to where the timing kind of paid off because I was like, oh no, they're getting really close. But it all worked out. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Mr. Ricardo.
I particularly liked Nadar stepping up and taking point on the expedition and taking note of the landscape and marking in his head, this tree was here, this rock was here, I gave Jake to the man. Oh, wait, which rock was it he gave to him? Was it Jake?
Jake.
Yeah.
But he thought it was Jack.
It was just a...
I thought he gave him Jack.
Oh, yeah, it was Jack, yeah.
It was Jack, but he thought it was Jake, and then Elber's which one did you mean to give him that? He's like, oh no.
But I liked seeing leader Nadar step up. And
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I realized right as the session started, I haven't played too much with his background as in mind. He's an outlander.
Like
the
a warrior type.
Is wanderer, so he knows he deals pretty well with geography. For some reason, he's decent at maps when it comes to trying to locate stuff based on the geography on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we'll take that, and he'll be the leader because something else is he doesn't impose disadvantage if he's leading, he doesn't impose disadvantage while tracking or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If we're moving at a fast pace.
True.
He can move at a fast pace.
He wasn't moving at a fast pace tonight because he doesn't know he didn't know what was coming.
if there's beer at the end of the road, you can move at a fast pace.
Yeah, he knew there was wine at the end.
Well,
of
I mean,
it.
yeah, there's wine at the end of the road, so he could move at a fast pace.
All
He
right.
could have, but he's like, the woods scared me last time, and there was a creepy thing. Let's maybe be more careful.
What else, Mr. Ricardo?
Oh, my others have already been called out, so I'll stick with that one.
What were they?
My lord.
SJ's, the my lord,
Heck yeah.
and Nadar talking to the guy at the tree.
I had fun because it's like, I'm also finally getting to go into his more charismatic side.
Mm.
Yeah, he
So-
was very much a different character than some of the past episodes.
And
Yeah.
anyone still left in chat, let us know what your favorite moment was, and I'll
And
give
if
my
you have
answer.
any questions,
And if you have any questions, I'll give my answer, and then we'll do a round robin and then call it a night.
One
So
more thing.
go ahead.
I guess I didn't really give a favorite moment, but I really liked the build up to the fight. Having a bit of space for us to traverse made it is there going to be an enemy around the corner
Right, not knowing,
further up? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
a little tension. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I've got a few options for level 8.
Yep. So I liked the group finally kind of going on a mission, because we could kind of safely say this is the first one of those.
Yeah.
The first one to this regard. So that whole, just that in and of itself was good to have a purpose and a heading for you guys to try and strive towards. As everybody already said, like the conversations on the road, the talking to the panic guy, the both attempting to console yet frighten the guy at the same time. Intriguing tactic, but you know,
There's also the point he tried to knock him out.
it's an Adar. Like it's, I think what Beck said is correct. Like that seems fitting for how that would go. And then the highlight, at least for me, was like, so this is, if anyone in watching the stream didn't notice, because I don't know how you would on stream, we're using a different virtual tabletop than what we have been doing. We have been using Roll20, and tonight we used one called Foundry, which is a newer one and has a lot of, I'm going to hesitate to use the word better because I don't want to try to like make a stance on what you should use, but a lot of different things that you can utilize that Roll20 does not, and was excited to be able to help make some immersion tactics with that. Kind of like what Liam noted, having this long drawn out thing with limited visibility. It's pouring down rain. It's dark. You get to some ruins, and now there's shadows reflecting in different places. And then more importantly, there is like what happened, just so you guys can know how this worked. There was a literal sequence of blocks in the grid that the second that any token touches that block, it pauses the game, it cues the music, and it starts the combat sequence just like that. So I didn't have to touch anything. The second Ayla touched that square, it was on.
That's pretty nifty.
I'm still curious what I would have found out with that.
And
with
there's
my
a
stone cunning check.
and there's a lot more you can do with that too. So go ahead and be prepared for stuff in the future. Should be fun.
I believe it.
Yeah, looking
Ayla
forward.
shouldn't have taken that one extra
Fun,
step
he
forward.
says.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought it was
Oh,
cool because like I love musical cues for things, and like you can't make one any tighter than that because it responds the moment that you step on something. So that's
Speaking of cues, when Nadar said, "I want beer," and then you cracked your Coke.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Well timed. Well timed.
I got
You
you.
need alcohol to do this.
I got you.
It was beautiful.
Quick question. Can I please know what type of building that would have been in the past?
No.
What type of
Like
building?
Nadar won't know this.
The building is still gonna be there
I
Yeah,
know.
you can do it
I
after
know.
the fight.
unless
Yeah,
you
you
die.
Conscience.
No,
Just
neither
don't
would
die.
I.
just don't die.
Yeah, just
I
don't
know,
die.
I don't-
It's fine.
Nadar, I don't want to risk it. That's the problem. I want to know what it is.
Yeah.
No, just now you have a goal. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
I know. I know.
That's all. so that
the
you
goal
can
is
try
to
to.
whine.
Also,
see.
to the
I mean, long
audience, I know. So we said, if you have questions, you can ask them, and I just want to kind of add on, even if it's not just about today's game or the past games. If you just have a question of how the dynamics of D&D work, we would love to answer those questions for you, because I know that
Yes.
I've talked to a lot of people, I don't know if they're in here, who are new to D&D or interested in D&D, and if you just have questions about D&D in general, we would love to answer those questions for you. Sometimes our specific Q&As, we can talk more into things, but feel free to ask during this time as well.
All right. So this will be kind of a more technical and logistical round robin. You don't have to go into detail. You can just give a thumbs up or thumbs down if that's a simple, or you can go into detail, whatever you want to do. But in reverse order, let's just, I'm just curious from just completely neutral perspective, what's your first take on this new virtual tabletop? Did it run smooth for you? Does it seem clunky in any regards? Was it hard to figure stuff out? What is your take on it as a player? So that'll be Richard first, followed by Bex, followed by SJ.
My first take on it.
Followed by Liam.
I like my only thing, and I may have just not found it yet, but every tabletop thing I've used, virtual tabletop, none of them have a concentration tracker, and I have no idea why. Maybe it's there and I just hadn't found it yet, but otherwise, like the status effects and all that you can add, that's solid stuff.
Yep, just got to give it. And for your computer and internet, did it run smooth? Did anything lag?
Yeah, it ran perfectly smooth.
Good to know. Okay, Miss Bex.
Yeah, it's running smoother than the other three that I have tried. I do not understand the interface at all. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, where are my things? I can't find my health, but I don't know. I'm just like hovering things until like just click on things. But
Sure.
but yeah, I mean, because all the other things, enhanced Roll20, Astral Tabletop, which has some of the similar stuff, Fantasy Grounds, like it all slows down my computer, which is being a butthead, and this one is cooperating with my butthead computer. So, and yeah, there's something else, but I don't remember.
Okay. I mean, that's good enough. So, SJ, same question.
It's new. I like it so far. Just, I didn't really mess with it a whole lot tonight. Just used the very basic of moving my character and then, trying the measurement distance kind of stuff. And then also messing with the sound. Because I think every time that the track restarted, it put the volume back up. Because it would be like fine, and then they would all of a sudden it would be loud again. So,
it's weird.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's interesting. There's a whole lot of buttons that I have to look through, and I don't want to. I don't necessarily want to mess with it because I don't want to do anything bad. But yeah, it seems to be working so far.
It's always weird for me as a player because I mean, I'm on this side. It's hard because I've already gone deep into the weeds of this stuff. Because like as a player, I only ever use Roll20 as just a method for moving my token around. Everything else, I would have D&D Beyond pulled up separately to reference sheets or any form of abilities and stuff like that. The only thing I ever used Roll20 for as a player was just to see what I needed to do in terms of movement for combat, and that was it. So I'd probably be in the same boat. Moving to this, I would just be like, I don't really know what's going on other than just moving my token around. But now I've already, dove headfirst into it with the behind the scenes stuff. So I've seen a lot more under the hood of what this has versus Roll20, which is really different They're very, very different for how they're designed. But yeah. Anything else? Was it oh you had?
That's it.
Okay. That would be Lava.
Oh, mechanic. I liked this foundry. That's
Mhm.
fun. Yeah. And some of the
Anything-
SJ said earlier. Yeah. What were you saying?
Well, sorry. Anything specific about it, or just kind of just the general layout?
Just the general layout is fun. I like it. I don't
Sure.
know why I didn't find it earlier.
Yeah, and then I know SJ was talking about some D&D content and learning stuff. I know
Yes.
Lava has some stuff on his YouTube that references that. So if you have a link, you can throw that in.
I do have a link. I haven't pulled it up because I just remembered I need to upload my Barbarian episode. Basically, what this thing is I'm on my streams on Monday nights. I've been going through the mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a couple episodes now where I'm trying to focus on like the mechanics and the rules of how everything works
Mm-hmm.
to help me further understand like my characters and help others learn their characters. So
Sure.
yeah, it does help.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's always well,
Yes.
and it's true what they say in life that like teaching is the best way to learn a subject in depth. By far.
Yes, I'm
That
gonna
holds
make a playlist and I'll try and share the link here in a sec.
Okay. And then while you do that, Mr. Liam, what about you? What's your take on Foundry so far?
I had a good opportunity to play a little bit around with Foundry with a non-magical character with Dr. Heals, so I was fortunate in that regard.
Mhm.
But yeah, it seems pretty interesting, pretty lots to learn.
Mm-hmm. Because you're using, are you using your character sheet within here, or do you have D&D Beyond pulled up?
Normally I'd be using D&D Beyond. But I've been trying to figure things out through Foundry.
Okay.
So right now I'm just a little bit of both right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And just short answer, like I, as a DM, I will give my personal take that Foundry is better overall for designing. I think there's very few places. I've been trying to be objective about it because it's new, so it's hard to tell if it's just a new factor. But there's very few things in a side-by-side comparison that Foundry just doesn't do either smoother or it's easier to access or has more options without being thrown behind just like tons and tons of workarounds. Because like the biggest thing that made me look for this, and the players already know this, but if anyone chat didn't, is like we're using dynamic maps a lot now to where stuff's moving in the map and there's like sounds and stuff that come with it. And it's just really difficult to make that work in Roll20. We had to get all the players to download an extra extension on their browser, and half the time it would work and half the time it wouldn't. And it was just this annoying thing that just wasn't very consistent. This, quite the opposite. I don't have to do any workaround stuff. I just throw the map straight in there. It works as is. So it loads like a charm without any problems. And as best I can tell, the map didn't have any problems for you guys either. The walls worked the way they were supposed to where it hid enemies appropriately. So it's pretty good. It's just gonna be a learning curve on my part, just making sure I know how to work stuff out. But I'm looking forward to exploring different avenues with this. It should be a lot of fun. But that's gonna do it for tonight. Reminder: next week is going to be the one shot with Miss Bex, aka Elbreth's character, center focus, as we go into some of the backstory. Myself, Miss SJ, and Mr. Richard will be joining as characters specific to that one shot. And we also will have Mr. Stormer coming in hot as our DM for that episode. So that'll be a lot of fun to have a guest DM. Mr. J, Lava, and Liam will get to take the night off, but we'll probably hopefully see you guys in chat, I would imagine. But if not, feel free to, chill and enjoy a week off because your one shots are going to be coming up. So buckle up.
Yeah.
Because we're going
I'm
to be
excited for Nadar's.
we're going to be going around about and doing this a little bit with everybody. It's going to be fun. But this is kind of our first test to see how things go. And looking forward to that. It'll be a good change of pace, moving things around. And yeah, that'll be next week. So no episode 37 next week, one shot, but we'll pick back up the week after that. But that is going to do it for tonight. So thank you guys so very much for watching. We appreciate every last one of you. This will go up on YouTube the following Friday of this week. So if you aren't able to watch it on Twitch, you'll be able to watch it there. But that is going to do it. So until 2 weeks from now, to episode 37, everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.
Have
See
a
you.
good night. Have a great night.
See you in 2 weeks.